The race for Chicago mayor continues with a crowded field facing off in the first live televised debate. This was last night.
The candidates, they're not holding back as we get closer to Election Day next month. CBS 2's Asal Rezai live in the newsroom to break it all down. Asal.
Yeah, guys, all 9 candidates touching on everything from crime in Chicago to corruption and public safety. But one of the most heated discussions became immigration, specifically the recent influx of migrants to the city, as Chicago is set to receive $20 million from the state to support asylum seekers, funding that will directly go to emergency services. That is less than what Mayor Lori Lightfoot originally requested. Now, at last night's debate, candidates answered how they would get more financial support without impacting Chicago residents.
Well, the first thing is to stop baiting other governors and start grandstanding. I mean, you can't basically grandstand and say we're a sanctuary city, we're inviting everybody in, and then not have a plan for dealing with people when they do come in.
I think I just heard Paul Vallis say that we should not call out racist, xenophobic practices of governors like Greg Abbott, who are treating migrants like freight. But fundamentally, it's inhumane to parole people into this country and not allow them the right to work.
Part of the problem in Chicago has been that local communities have not been engaged, and that will always cause friction. I vow to continue working to reimburse municipalities across the country that are receiving these migrants.
And they touched on a lot more topics. For more on what each candidate had to say and how you can vote, that is all on our website at cbschicago.com. The mayoral election is February 28th. I'm live in the newsroom, Asal Rezai, CBS 2 News.
Well, if you still need to get your flu shot or COVID booster, make plans to head to Olive Harvey College tomorrow. From 9 a.m. until 2, anyone from Chicago is able to get a dose of either vaccine. Registration is recommended, but walk-ins are allowed as space permits. You can register online at chicagovax.gov/vaxcalendar.
A dangerous rescue on one of the coldest nights of the year. Body cam video shows a car submerged in a Wisconsin pond. What first responders had to do to get this driver out of there. And actor Alec Baldwin will face criminal charges for that deadly shooting on a film set. Why prosecutors say even if this was an accident, Baldwin should be held responsible.
On the Health Watch, the drug company Merck says it's working to reduce the level of cancer-causing compounds in some of its type 2 diabetes drugs. The compound is called NTTP and forms when the drugs are manufactured. NTTP occurs in nature and is found everywhere, even in water and the air. But the levels in Merck's drugs are higher than FDA recommendations. Merck says it's working to fix that by the end of the year. Researchers at Tufts University say more Americans are turning to dollar stores to get their groceries. From 2008 to 2020, people in low-income and rural communities, especially in the South, spent more than 5% of their food budget at dollar store chains. Researchers say those stores typically stock food and beverages lower in nutrients and higher in calories and often lack fresh produce. There's a new recommendation for treating early-stage colon cancer, getting patients chemotherapy before surgery. A clinical trial found when chemotherapy was given before surgery, it increased the chances of destroying cancer cells. In the long term, patients treated this way were significantly less likely to see their cancer return.
The time is 5:11. We have some morning flurries out there, a colder, blustery feel for your Friday. 34 for your high tomorrow, 35 degrees. Saturday night brings us a chance for snow. Some of it may stick around into Sunday. How much is expected this weekend? Coming up.
And just take a look at these sweet, sweet faces. All these animals are in need of a new home where you can adopt them for free.
I love you more with every breath, truly, madly, deeply do. I will be strong.
Pizza, grilled cheese, mac and cheese, however you melt it. Today is National Cheese Lovers Day. I'm here for it. Americans really love their cheese. There are 18 other days specifically honoring cheese every year. Do you think we're overdoing it? In 3, 2, from the CBS 2 newsroom, I'm Audrina Bigos with the MeTV FM News Update. A federal judge just ordered the airplane-making company Boeing be arraigned on a felony charge. It's based on the deadly crashes of 2 737 MAX jets. Back in October 2018, 189 people died in a plane crash in Indonesia. Just 5 months later, another flight crash, killing 157 people in Ethiopia. Boeing has since paid out some settlements to families of some victims, but has been immune from criminal charges like this one. They've been ordered to appear in federal court next week. Today, 2 Springfield paramedics have another court appearance as they face charges for suffocating a patient they were called to help. Peggy Finley and Peter Cadigan are accused of suffocating Earl Moore Jr. during a call last month. Moore's family has filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the paramedics and the private ambulance company Lifestar. Your forecast: morning flurries, colder today and blustery with a high of just 34 degrees. From the CBS 2 newsroom, I'm Audrina Bigos.
Chicago Animal Care and Control is giving you some extra incentive to adopt a dog or a cat.
Yeah, we got to find him a home. So it's hosting a winter adoption event tomorrow with hot chocolate. There's also cookies. Head to 2741 Southwestern tomorrow from noon until 6 to meet adoptable dogs and cats. All adoption fees will be waived. That's the incentive here. To take a look at some of the animals available right now, head to petharbor.com/Chicago. So Ryan, I know the girls want a dog. This might be your chance.
I was like, don't say it, don't say it. You need to put it out there.
You should get a 50-50 shot here.
Yes. Yeah, doing that. But the thought crossed my mind, and that's a pretty good incentive, though, waiving all the adoption fees. So
it's good because then we can find them a home. Sometimes that might be a barrier for some. So it's good. I know you'll end up taking care of the dog mostly because that's what happens with kids.
If
but
you can't clean up your room, you can't clean up other stuff. So I'm just
true.
working on that. You know, hopefully birthdays are coming up in April, so we'll see.
Yeah, you got to wait when the weather gets better because it's 2:30 in the morning when you're like, just go, let's do
Get out the door and go.
And they're like, no. It stings, it hurts, but you know, it's winter, and we're starting to see more of a January forecast really starting to play here, especially on the tail end going into next week, as expected. So several snow chances ahead of us. We are starting off with a few flurries from time to time this morning. I mean, you really gotta like put your eyeglasses on to be able to see these with some of your cameras here. But let's expand this camera out toward Chicago O'Hare, and you can see that we've got the flakes flying out there. It's a little bit of a gust of a wind to kind of keep things like pushing up. But nonetheless, while you are traveling this morning, you will run into some flurries around the area. Temperatures low to mid 30s. We've got 34 right now in downtown Chicago, 31 out toward DeKalb here this morning. Also in this direction, we'll see a couple of flakes flying from time to time. That snow chance hangs around at least through 7 o'clock. It's not a big snow. Not expecting accumulation here this morning or for the entire day today. Feels like temperatures and the wind is going to be the biggest thing for your Friday forecast. We've already dropped off into the upper teens out toward DeKalb for your wind chill. It feels like it is 19, 21 McHenry and Aurora, 26 O'Hare and Midway at 24. Winds will pick up through the midday hours, gusts to 20, 25 miles per hour before relaxing going into tonight. So as those winds strengthen, I do anticipate those wind chill numbers to drop off for several hours there. 9 o'clock, it's feeling like the upper teens, low 20s. Winds will start to back off during that late day into this evening. So we'll find temperatures that are a little bit closer with your wind chills, feeling like the mid 20s going into tonight and by tomorrow morning. Radar, a little busy. It looks worse than what it actually is. So we've got those flurries passing through here this morning. This is on the backside of a system that's going to pull on out of here, giving way to cloudy skies for the rest of the day today and rather quiet weather going into tonight and into your Saturday. Saturday bringing back a little sunshine. We'll see a mixture of clouds and sun for a couple of hours there before the clouds return again during the late day. And then we'll see a disturbance that'll bring us some snow showers late Saturday night into Sunday morning. Not a big snow, but we'll put down a couple of inches of snow in some spots, especially off toward the north and west. That's where I could make a case for maybe upwards of 1 to 2 inches of snow, isolated higher amounts on top of that. We'll see half an inch of snow across the rest of the area, and all this is going to be sticking around through late Saturday into Sunday morning before wrapping up. Temperatures for a few days there in the early part of next week, middle upper 30s. We'll start warming up near 40 degrees on Tuesday. I bumped that number up to 38 degrees. 20% chance for some snow showers. Our next system, really one to watch, especially by the midweek time period where we could see some snow in the area. I think that this one could actually be a little more interesting in terms of snowfall amounts. We've got 31 for a high on Wednesday, and then we are dropping off into the 20s for highs for the first time that we'll see so far this month. And really next weekend is looking much colder than what we'll work with here this weekend. Time is 5:19. We've got some flurry activity out there this morning. How are we looking out on the roads on a Friday, Chris?
We're in pretty decent shape. It's Friday light across the board except one spot, and we're in the process of clearing a crash from the outbound side of the Stevenson right before you get to Harlem, roughly about halfway between Central and Harlem. A couple of right lanes were blocked. You can see we've gone from an angry red line to kind of a yellow and amber motif here. So the outbound side, just one right lane is blocked. Looks like they may have that on the shoulder and are preparing to get that completely off at Harlem. Everything else is in pretty decent shape. So let's go back to our reminder. We only have until next Tuesday to deal with this. Work continues northbound DuSable Lakeshore Drive at Montrose, 2 right lanes are blocked. They've got some structural things that they're doing in those 2 right lanes to the bridge over Montrose Avenue. So we've been having lengthy delays during the PM rush. When it first went up on Tuesday, it was backed up all the way to Randolph. On Thursday, it was backed up to about Michigan Avenue. And then yesterday, it was backed up to about Fullerton. So the memo is out there, and people are getting word. So Clark to Halstead to Broadway, Lincoln to Halstead to Broadway, or your favorite alternate, whatever works for you. Those are just a couple of suggestions to kind of link up with Sheridan Road up around Devon, and then you're free to go home. That's it for the afternoon commute. I'll have more on your morning coming up. Ryan and Audrina, back to you.
We'll see you then, Chris. Thank you. It's been more than a year since the tragic shooting death of cinematographer Halyna Hutchins on the set of the film Rust.
Now actor Alec Baldwin and the film's weapons specialist will face criminal charges. CBS News' Jared Hill reports from New York.
A New Mexico district attorney announced actor and producer Alec Baldwin will be charged with 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter for the 2021 fatal shooting of cinematographer Halyna Hutchins on the set of the film Rust.
If you commit a crime or you act in reckless disregard of someone's life, then you should be held to account for that.
Baldwin was rehearsing a scene with Hutchins and director Joel Souza when the gun went off. Souza was also wounded. Here's what Baldwin told investigators at the time.
It should have been a cold gun with no rounds inside or dummy rounds. I turn, I cock the pistol, bang, it goes up, she hits the ground.
Baldwin later told ABC News he didn't actually pull the trigger, but prosecutors say the forensics from the FBI report indicate otherwise.
This was a negligent discharge of a firearm because he pulled that trigger.
The film's armorer, Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, is also facing 2 involuntary manslaughter charges. Assistant director David Halls, who handed the gun to Baldwin, agreed to plead guilty to negligent use of a firearm. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
Now, the New Mexico district attorney says charges will be filed by the end of the month, and after that, the court will determine when Baldwin and that weapons specialist will appear in court.
5:22 right now as we keep an eye on your world this morning. Fires are burning in the capital of Peru as protesters take to the streets of Lima. People have been fighting with police in the streets. Look at this video here. This has been ever since the president of Peru was impeached last month. He had tried to dissolve Congress due to corruption, but was instead removed for inciting rebellion and conspiracy. And President Biden is responding to criticism over how he handled classified documents after his term as vice president.
We found a handful of documents were filed in the wrong place. We immediately turned them over to the archives of the Justice Department.
President Biden was in California to survey storm damage, and this is the first time he addressed the controversy since Robert Hur was named special counsel to investigate it. The White House has confirmed 3 batches of classified documents were found in his former office and at his home's garage and office. And today is the first March for Life rally since the Supreme Court struck down Roe v. Wade. The anti-abortion group is taking a detour from its normal route through Washington and will pass by the U.S. Capitol. They're calling on Congress to stop any efforts to grant abortion rights. The march comes 50 years after the Supreme Court legalized abortion nationwide with its Roe v. Wade decision. And in Wisconsin, here's body camera footage from a sheriff's deputy, which shows the brave rescue of a woman after her car slid into an icy pond. This was at night. It happened last month during the sub-freezing snowstorm we all got right before Christmas. When rescuers arrived, the woman was already in the water up to her chest. One firefighter had to break her side windows to open the driver's door before they could use a rope to pull her out. Wow.
You may be getting ready to have your breakfast, but I hope you're hungry. Restaurant Week starts today. We're highlighting some of the 300 hot spots in the city and suburbs you should check out.
And as the race for Chicago mayor continues, which big topics candidates touched on? We're recapping that from the latest debate. That's coming up at 5:30.
A 12-year-old boy is waking up at Comer Children's Hospital after being shot in the hand overnight. Police say it was accidental. Coming up, we'll show you how it all played out.
From the CBS 2 newsroom, I'm Ryan Baker with this MeTV FM News update. A federal judge has ordered airplane maker Boeing be arraigned on a felony charge. It stems from two deadly crashes of Boeing 737 MAX jets in 2018 and 2019. Boeing has paid out settlements to the families of some of the 346 victims and escaped criminal charges until now. The one-time Chicago-based company is ordered to appear in federal court next week. Today, two Springfield paramedics have another court appearance. Peggy Finley and Peter Cadigan are accused of suffocating Earl Moore Jr. during a call last month. Moore's family filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the paramedics and the private ambulance company. Attorneys say their clients shouldn't be charged and plan to use body cam footage in their defense. Temps are going to take a big dip as we head into the weekend. The high is 34, but it'll feel more like the teens and 20s with the wind chill. Some snow moves in Saturday night. For CBS Chicago, I'm Ryan Baker. Good morning, Chef. I think you might be muted. Good morning. We could see you, but I can't hear you. Love the glasses, by the way.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. There we go. Good morning,
Wally.
Wally.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
It's Ryan Baker and Audrina Bigos. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you guys?
Wonderful.
Doing well.
Yeah, I look forward to talking Restaurant Week with you.
Welcome back. I'm Chris Habermill in the First Alert Traffic Center. Congratulations, you have made it to Friday, so let's go to work together. We're in pretty decent shape. Friday light across the board. Overnight roadwork has been picked up, and they're in the process of clearing a crash in the outbound Stevenson. So I'll let you know if it stays good when we talk again. That'll be in just a few minutes. Ryan and Audrina, back to you.
All right, Chris, thank you. Well, if you need an excuse to go out for lunch or dinner tonight, do you ever need an excuse?
No.
Or the next couple of weeks, well, don't worry, we've got you covered. It is a foodie lover's dream.
Oh,
right?
Absolutely. Today is the start of Chicago Restaurant Week. There's more than 300 restaurants, 40 neighborhoods these are spanning. They're all offering deals to get you to try their food. Joining us for some more insight into Restaurant Week is Chef Michael Wally Wallach of Napolita Pizzeria and Wine Bar in Millennium Park. Hey, Chef, good morning.
Good morning, everybody. How are everybody doing?
We're doing well.
Yeah.
It's Friday. We got a big list of restaurants we can check out, a lot of new ones. What will people find if they start to dig into Restaurant Week here?
You know what? There's a lot of new stuff happening out there. A lot of new restaurants, like you said. There's about 360 participants this year. We're a newer concept as a company, and we're going to be doing the Napolita Pizzeria and Wine Bar right in Millennium Park, right under the beam. So come see us. There's a lot of Black-owned, female, women-owned businesses that are doing Restaurant Week this year too. Excuse me. So we're excited for all this new invigoration into the restaurant scene.
And Chef Wally, you touched on that diversity, which is great about more women-owned, more black-owned, but there's a lot of diversity with the menu. I mean, the serious foodies who, like their cuisine, but also if you just like to go out and get a good meal and try different things, I mean, there's a wide array of things to try, and this is the time to do it, right?
Oh, definitely. You know what? It's COVID is not completely behind us, but people are starting to get out there, and now is the time for you to go to other neighborhoods you haven't gone to. And start to enjoy, we're here to take care of people. We want to feed people. And there's a lot of great neighborhoods here that have a lot to offer us. So you got to get out there and you got to try these places. Give everybody, support your local restaurants.
I know that's a good part of it. So you want to feed people, we want to eat. So this is a perfect situation we got going on here. So since you're a chef, I'd love to know a place you're looking forward to trying out, because it's kind of overwhelming with 300 plus restaurants.
Sure. So the Bronzeville Winery is another one that's hot upcoming. That's a place that I really want to try out. There's a lot of buzz surrounding that place. There's just so many, and I'm going to probably be working really hard feed people too at my own place.
Brunsville Winery is a really cool place. New, interesting, cool vibes. I love it.
And it's not, again, it's not just the city, it's the suburbs as well. And you got 2 weeks to get out there and try it all. Chef Wally from Napolita Pizzeria, right across the street from us at Millennium Park. Thanks so much for filling us in about Restaurant Week. Going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You got it.